Where I'm at, the connection is a little difficult because it's looking like it's about to storm. Well, not necessarily storm, but there's something wrong up in the sky somewhere. You feel me, guys? There's something wrong up in the sky somewhere. So bear with me. Not only is the reception slow, but I'm waiting on some of you guys to hop up on this live video. Who can believe that we're almost 5 months into the year? Oh, gee, people. I feel like we just started 2020. But how quickly is it that we're almost halfway through the year? Time passes quickly. What's up? What's up, everybody? How are you? What's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Very much. Thank you for tuning in to Political Pit Stop. This episode is called Gimme. As promised on my last episode, I will be starting off by playing a song called Tell Me Now by reggae artist Chronixx. How many of y'all are reggae fans out there? Because I love reggae, but I don't know if my audience is, if y'all like reggae music. You can always shoot me an email or a message on my personal website at satakendor.wordpress.com. Send me any sort of request, whether you have song requests that you want on my show, whether you want a certain song rewritten, because as you know, I rewrite famous songs, or whether you want me to have a discussion in my show. Message me on my website. Go to the contact section of my website, which is satakendor.wordpress.com. On there, videos of my videography, because as I mentioned before, I have a background in journalism. But let's start the show, y'all. This episode is called Gimme, Gimme. And I'm playing now Tell Me Now by Chronixx. Watch the video.
Give thanks to Rastafari. See another day. Thanks to Rastafari. Life too short, we have to cherish it. The race have to run, we have to finish it. But before me leave off of this pilgrimage, I have to tell us and we love you. Nobody knows what the future holds. You're here today, tomorrow. You're gone with the wind that blows. So tell me before I go, if you love me, better you tell me now. No matter wait till later. When we gone, you must get the roses. All of my friends, them my boss and God. Memories in my heart, but for those who are here right now, I'm gonna tell you something love. Memories, memories, give thanks for life. I was only 14 when you passed up. From the day you born me and you apart. Did everything together, Jam and Jafar. You were my brother, my soldier. I know you're somewhere out there with the stars. I know you're smiling with me from afar. I was glad I could let you know. Tell you I love you before you go. If you love me, better you tell me now. No matter wait till later. When we gone, you must get the roses. All of my friends and my boss and God. Memories in my heart. But for those who are here right now, that you I feel if you come a little brother fast asleep. Could you stay in the church and the pastor preach? Now people see me smile and think the laughter sweet. Look down on the outside but my heart a weak. That's when a sweet voice touch my heart and say, all of us got to part one day. Nobody knows what the future holds. If you have someone who you love, let them know you love them. Better you tell me now. No matter when it's later, when we're gone, you won't get the roses. All of my friends never pass us down. Memories in my heart, memories in my heart. Oh, yeah. Nobody knows what the future holds, mama. Nobody knows what the future holds. Oh, nobody knows what the future holds, baby. Nobody knows what the future holds, mom. Nobody knows. If you love me, if you love me, better you tell me now. Nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the future holds. Come on, my brother. Nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the future. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So till we meet again. Till we meet again. Oh, we have say we are family. You never say you love me yet. But you are waiting. Tell me where you are waiting. Where you are waiting.
Listen to some jazz music as a commercial break, and we'll continue the show, y'all. Hello, everyone. Once again, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Political Pit Stop called Gimme. The song that was just played is called Tell Me Now by Chronixx. The song is on his album called Chronology, which was dropped in 2017. On the menu for the news, do you know what issue is driving a deep wedge between President Trump and America's governors? Stay tuned in. Experts say it may be time for grocery stores to ban customers from coming inside. More on the story later on. Last but not least, find out how to learn about each of the state's plans on reopening the economy. On the menu include, which is actually next, is a song called Coffee by the dope Kelly Rowland. The song was recently released. Also on the menu is Comfort and Ending by Jhene Aiko. The last thing on the show is my rewrite of Ariana Grande's song called Bloodline. I rewrote the song without ever listening to the actual, without getting any inspiration or ideas from her actual version. I did not own the rights to the song at all. Secondly, we're going to play a second song called Coffee by Veteran superstar Kelly Rowland. You all know who Kelly Rowland is. She was in Destiny's Child. She went on and pursued a solo career and is continuing to do so. Coffee by Kelly Rowland. Thanks for tuning in to Political Pit Stop.
Coffee and sex in the morning. Breakfast I made every morning. Before you go to work, I need you to go to work. Part of my sincerity, you know I'm a remedy. My love be a therapy, all around remedy. Baby, who is letting me? These bitches will never be. Put it down like it's heavy, baby. Honeymoon and when there we go. Soon as we wake up, wish we could live. Still think I fail. You running labor, need you to stay up. It's almost safe. No time to waste. No time to waste. You got the best of me. I know you need the stress relief, babe. If I be talking dress to leave, want you to try this recipe, babe. I know we just woke up. I know you gotta go, but breakfast isn't over. To see the way you rolls up. They say morning would do about it good, babe. Clearly you agree, don't be trying to leave. Stay with me, I'll put you right back asleep. I get you right for the week. We can make it in the sheets, set you friendly in the feet. Here we go, soon as we wake up, wish we could lay up. Still think I fail, you running labor, need you to stay up. It's almost safe, no time to waste, no time to waste. No time to waste. 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 Baby, no time to waste. No time to waste. No time to waste. No time to waste.
You guys, that song is called Coffee by Kelly Rowland. The song was released on April 17th, 2020. According to Kelly Rowland, this is exactly what the song is about. Quote, "To me, coffee is about embracing your individuality, sexuality, or imperfections, not comparing yourself to others. We need to celebrate ourselves more often. With this song, I want you to have yourself in mind. I want to remind women all over to reignite their magic." I think it's a very amazing song. The music that comes along with the song is on point, in my opinion. Next, what issue is causing heat between President Trump and some of America's governors? Governors from both sides of the aisle on Sunday disputed President Donald Trump's claims about the availability of coronavirus testing, escalating the erupting tension over the key challenge in reopening the nation, according to an article published by CNN on April 19, 2020. Republican governor of Maryland and the Democratic governors of Virginia states have enough testing to move forward that the states have ample testing capacity just delusional. Quote, continuing quote, we've been fighting every day for PPE. We have supplies now coming in. We've been fighting for testing, end quote. Northam told CNN's Jake Tapper. Quote, it's not a straightforward test. We don't even have enough swabs, end quote. On the same program, Republican Maryland Governor Larry Hogan said lack of testing is the number one problem in America. Beginning of the crisis. Quote, the administration, I think, is trying to ramp up testing, doing some every state. So every state knew what was coming, she said. A governor who requested a nominee told Tapper that they were frustrated with the statements coming from the White House about the availability of testing capacity. Quote, the double speak is that's coming from the White House, the governor told Tapper. When the White House says there's plenty of testing capacity in the states, they're referring to the number of tests that could be run on machines that exist in hospitals, commercial labs, and doctors' offices. Why aren't states using all the capacity? There's a worldwide shortage of swabs, VTM, and reagents. Can't do tests without all of those. And they don't package. You have to buy each of those from multiple suppliers. After a week in which industry leaders and even allies warned Trump and Vice President Mike Pence that the nation cannot get back to business, a substantial increase in testing today, contending they have updates. But governors are increasingly pushing back on Trump's notion that the federal government is backstop, noting that cannot happen until there is adequate testing in their states and stating that they need federal aid to do that. During the White House briefing Saturday, the president lashed out at governors for complaining and charged that testing is simply the latest issue handling the coronavirus response. During Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday, Pence defended Trump's coronavirus response and said the administration believes it can double the 150,000 tests being conducted each day nationwide, quote, by working labs that can do the testing, end quote. The governor's comments came after yet another week in which the only consistent theme that governors could draw from the White House was inconsistency. Many governors say that their budgets are being stretched to the limit by coronavirus-related costs. California Governor Gavin Newsom and New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, both Democrats, have asked for federal assistance to expand testing and procure the raw materials needed to conduct. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Political Pit Stop. Next on the menu is a commercial break. Jazz along to jazz and to gimme.
That I told you not to trust these hoes. Say they love you and you know they don't. Say they will, but shit, you know they won't. Yeah, you hear me, you don't feel me though. But you are not the only one. You are not the only one. You are not the only one. Okay, fuck it, it was time to make David Braden. All of them did the same to you. Marquis and Sean and Brian, all of them had their way with you. Ever so often you get lost and miss out on everything. Shout out to Chrissy, that's my bitch, cause she tells me everything. And I was not the only one. I was not the only one too. So I was the only one. Really, we had the perfect end. That night we shared at the comfort and we made love like the world would have ended. If either of us had admitted we were in love. But I was the only one. So I was the only I should've never took you on a boat on your birthday. I should've never on a boat on your birthday. And I never would've came to your house in the first place. If I would've known that you would hurt me like in the worst way. But that night turned into every weekend, and every weekend turned to every evening. Left me out and brought me in the deep end. And then I had to leave him, but I couldn't be the one to hurt him. But I thought, but really you should have ended it. That day I was at your crib. Your baby mama just bursted down. I was weak and you knew it. I was so weak and you proved it. 'Cause my brother was dead. Nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. It's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. Oh, but I was not the only one who was hurting. This is my song, y'all. You're not the only one with the burden. But it's when nothing, when nothing, when nothing, when nothing, when nothing, when nothing. Why would you call it love if you knew that it wasn't? Why would you call this love when you knew that it wasn't? Why would you? Why would you? Oh, why would you call it love if you knew that it wasn't? If this is not love, then tell me what was it? If this is not love, then tell me what was it? If this is not love, then
I was sad. I was not the only one, but y'all, that's called Comfort and Ending by Jhene Aiko, y'all. One of my favorite songs by Jhene Aiko aside from Oblivion. Comfort and Ending is a song that makes me like think of breakups. It makes you like, ooh, what the heck, dude? Or if you're a female, whatever you roll with, it's like you were mad at your significant other for trying to do whatever they try to do on you that was raunchy. This song is that kind of song, like point blank. The song just gets my energy going. It's like if y'all ever dated a useless person, y'all could relate to the song. If y'all dated someone that did you dirty, you could relate to Comfort and Ending. That song has so much pressure to it, y'all. Just so y'all know a little background about Comfort and Ending, it's on Jhene Aiko's album called Sail Out, which was dropped in 2013, folks. How interesting. How interesting. How many of y'all are Jhene Aiko fans? I'm a fan. To backtrack onto what I was discussing previously about governors and reopening economies, to learn more about where your state stands, its economy, look on CNN.com at this article titled, quote, "This is where all 50 states stand on reopening," end quote. The article is written by Ala El-Assar and was published on April 19, 2020. Now more to the news. Experts say it may be time for grocery stores to ban customers from coming inside. This article was published on April 19th, 2020, and is written by Nathaniel Mayerson, CNN Business. Dozens of grocery store workers have died from the coronavirus despite masks, temperature checks, and capacity restrictions to keep them safe. So far, supermarkets have resisted the most draconian policies, such as banning customers from coming inside. However, some worker experts, union leaders, and small grocery owners believe it has become too dangerous to let customers browse aisles, coming into close range with workers. Grocery stores are still flooded with customers. It's time for large chains to go dark to the public and convert to curbside pickup and home delivery for food and other essential goods. Careless customers are probably the biggest threat to workers now. According to Mark Perrone, president of the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, the union said 85% of its grocery store workers reported that customers are not practicing social distancing in stores. Quote, "Anything that reduces the need for interaction with the public and allows for greater physical distancing will ultimately better protect grocery workers," said John Logan, professor and director of labor and employment studies at San Francisco State University. Quote, "Shuttering stores and repurposing them for pickup and delivery only would be a positive step," end quote. Many small, independent grocery stores have done this to protect their staff. Mike Houston, general manager of Tacoma Park Silver Spring Co-op in Tacoma Park, Maryland, decided to close his grocery store to the public in late March when the state announced a shelter-in-place order and switched to curbside pickup. It was clear that there was no real way to protect my staff and the public, especially as we served 960 people a day on average in a 4,200 square foot store, Houston said. I'm unwilling to put grocery store employees, essential though we are, in a position to risk what can be a fatal infection. Some new quote. Some large companies like Best Buy, which has a strong online infrastructure, have also switched over to this model during the crisis. New regulations, folks. Public safety officials are not requiring essential stores to shut down to customers. But the U.S. Labor Department last week recommended that retailers start using a drive-through window or offering curbside pickup to protect workers for exposure to coronavirus. The California Department of Industrial Relations said this week the use of online order and pickup. Some big grocers slowly starting, folks. Slowly starting. Some big grocers are slowly starting to move in this direction. Whole Foods has closed down a store in New York City's Bryant Park area and transitioned it into an online-only store, focused solely on delivery locations. But these are a fraction of stores in their wide networks, and most large chains have hesitated to shut down to the public. Instead, they're implementing more limited policies, like taking workers' temperatures and restricting the number of customers inside stores at a time. Companies are calling on families to cut back on their trips to the store and shop alone if they can. City and state governments are stepping in to force stricter safety measures than the companies have adopted. Los Angeles, Miami, Washington, D.C., New Jersey, Maryland, and New York have ordered shoppers to wear masks or face coverings in stores. Vermont has required big box chains like Walmart, should I say it again? Vermont has required big box chains like Walmart to close down their non-essential sections like furniture, home and garden equipment, and arts and crafts. How do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel? What are y'all thoughts? For y'all's opinions, you can give it to me on my website. Contact section, hit the contact section on my website, satakindor.wordpress.com. Once again, my personal website, it's satakindor.wordpress.com. Next, for music on the menu, is a song called Bloodline by Ariana Grande. Superstar Ariana Grande, folks. I wrote a rewrite to Bloodline. Honestly, I never listened to the song, people. I wanted to write the song without getting any impression of how the actual song sounds. So it's going to be interesting as you guys hear me hear Bloodline for the first time ever, and then hear my rewrite of Bloodline, which I call the rewrite Gimme. Quick commercial break of classical music, and then on to the next. Thanks for tuning in. Before we proceed with the show, I love y'all for and enjoying. I hope you guys are all staying healthy, staying safe, and enjoying this one life. I love you guys with the love of community. The love of community. Next on the menu, as I've said, is Bloodline by Ariana Grande.
Cause I'm trying to do the best I can, and they can't find something to satisfy me. Look.
Baby, how you doing? Can you let me know? Let me think you leave me, put it down. That is how to go. They like you love me, but you don't. Boy, it's just special. Take it or leave it. You gotta take it or leave it. Like don't want you in my bloodline. Just wanna have a good time. You don't need to apologize. When you going to let this shit go? Don't want you in my bloodline. I'm tryna make you want me. No need to apologize. But you gon' have to let this shit go. No, we won't be talking the next day. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't looking for no true love. Yeah, that ship's still wet. Love me, baby, how you doing? Can you let me know? Let me think you leave me, put it down. That is how to go. They like you love me, but you don't. Boy, it's just special. Take it or leave it. You gotta take it or leave it. Like don't want you in my bloodline. Just wanna have a good time. You don't need to apologize. But you gon' have to let this shit go. Don't want you in my bloodline. I'm tryna make you want me. You don't need to apologize. But you gon' have to let this shit go. I know what you want from me. I know what you think you see. I know what you're looking for, but I'm complete. I know what you need, but it won't be me. I know what you want from me. I know what you think you see. I know what you're looking for, but I'm complete. I know what you need, but it won't be me. You in my blood. Just wanna have a good time. No need to apologize. No, you gon' have to let this shit go. You in my blood. I'm tryna make you want me. No need to apologize. But you gon' have to let this shit go.
That is Bloodline by Ariana Grande, folks. What a wonderful song. My first time actually listening to the actual song, because as I was saying before, I rewrote the song purposely without listening to the song so I could have my own originality, and I didn't want to get any sort of impression from the actual version. I obviously don't own the rights to the song, so nobody say, I don't own the rights. Before we proceed to my version, A little commercial break of some jazz tunes. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the commercial break. A little background on Bloodline, a song by Ariana Grande. It's always good to know the background information on songs. Bloodline is on Ariana Grande's album called Thank You Next, which was dropped in 2019 and has been a major success. I hope you guys like the version that I wrote. Enjoy. I want to let you guys know before I sing my version that I'm not singing as if it's a concert. I'm singing as if I'm a songwriter. Songwriters don't have to sing as if they're singers. They just have to sing the song to let the people that they're writing the song for have an idea of how the actual singer is supposed to sing the song. So don't judge my vocals, folks. You get the gist? Thanks for tuning in. Bloodline, be written by me. I'm calling the song Gimme, point blank. It's a little rated R, folks. Rated R. Gimme, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, gimme, mamacita, gimme, I need hotline, gimme, use the all mine, gimme, give it to me. You better run, but not on the track. Give it to me fast, but keep it on the low. Give it to me slow, don't let my secret lovers know. Tell me if you wanna roll, we can roll one. On the ship, cruising passengers. No division, subtraction, shit ain't adding up. Oh yeah. Mamacita, gimme, on the hotline, gimme, you the all mine, gimme, give it to me, give it to me when I'm lonely, you give it to me when I'm all lonely, you give it to me every way that I need, you give it to me, yeah, you give it to me. I don't think y'all heard me, so I'm gonna sing that song that I am calling Gimme. It's actually called Bloodline, though, by Ariana Grande. Do y'all like my version? Do you guys like my version? Anyways, I'm going to play it back. Give it to me. Give it to me. And give it to me. I give it to me. Gimme. Mamacita, gimme. On the hotline, gimme. Here they all mine, gimme, give it to me. You better run, but not on the track. You give it to me fast, but keep it on the low, low. Give it to me slow. Don't let my secret lovers know. Tell me if you want to roll, we can roll one. On the ship cruising, passengers, no division, subtraction, shit ain't adding up. Away, gimme, mamacita, gimme, honey, highline, gimme. You're mine, gimme, give it to me. You give it to me when I'm lonely. You give it to me when I'm feeling horny. You give it to me. You give it to me everywhere that I need. You give it to me. My version of Bloodline by Ariana Grande, and I call the song Gimme. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Political Pit Stop called Gimme. I'm on YouTube. I have a channel called A Girl, AYE space GIRL. I'm on Instagram as A Girl Sata, AYEGIRLSATTA. I'm on a website at satakendor.wordpress.com. Gimme some love, y'all. Gimme, give it to me. Gimme, Thanks for tuning in.